So guys, welcome back to another video. This is something different. I just sort of came across this video and I've really been getting into Joe Rogan recently. I don't know, it's one of those podcast channels that I just really enjoy. And I just thought, let's just try something out. If this doesn't go well, it's not going to go well. But it's related to sort of what I react to. And it's just seeing perspectives. This is not definitive whatsoever. This is just sort of one of those videos that I don't think this is going to get many people watching it, but we're going to check it out. And it's Joe Rogan again. I've said this like 5 times already. And it's this Honest Clips channel. And it's just, the title is Michael Jordan's Ego. And how it usually goes. I mean, I assume a lot of you guys watch Joe Rogan anyway. But for you who don't, just shares his opinions. And he has like these special guests on that explain things or talk about things. And I don't know, this might just be the most stupid reaction to do. And if it isn't even that interesting, I might not even post it. But I thought, why not? I really enjoy his channel, and maybe this could be a thing, but maybe not. We'll just see how it goes. But hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this. So just for the second channel, man, I'm just looking to do the most random videos on this channel, man. I'm going to obviously keep up and get back doing more of the sports stuff. But I do want to just mix it up. Maybe music, maybe just these random subjects. I'm trying to get this second channel back up and running because it's been about a month where it's just been inconsistent. But yeah, just suggest the most random things and I'll be down to do so because I do love doing these kinds of just out there videos. But just to do this one, I mean, yeah, don't know what this is going to be like, but let's just check this out, man.
The Joe Rogan experience.
You might even get copyrighted.
So there's pros and cons there, but my point was that there is something to the ego in that regard where I think you almost have to have it to be Michael Jordan, right? For instance, who had a tremendous ego.
Huge.
Yeah. But also one of the greatest, if not the greatest basketball player of all time. But obsessed. Did you ever see the video? Jamie actually played it for me once. There was a video where this guy was talking shit about Michael Jordan after he retired. And so Michael Jordan came back and played him one-on-one.
Wait, is that actually true? But it is, if that is true, that just shows what he's like. Like, his ego is just up there. But I feel like to be a great in a sport, in basketball, you need a big ego. Because, like, sports are just full of egos anyway. But you need the egos that are just, like, crazy. Like, just people who are obsessed with themselves and just want to prove everything wrong or everything right. Or, like, however it is. And yeah, I mean, you can't see like one of these great athletes not having these kinds of egos. But if this story is true, that is hilarious.
Just scorched him. Scorched him while he's talking shit the whole time. Who was that, Jamie? Did you play me that?
Good old Jamie.
It's happened multiple times, though. I mean, in the documentary, they go over 5 or 6 different situations where he's going back over someone that slighted him in the tiniest way and just wrecked havoc on him.
I love
40 points on him.
So
call him like, you would act like they don't exist, all sorts of funny stuff.
Yeah, his ego was substantial and is, I'm sure, but also the results are substantial.
Right, and so the question that I wonder, and this is really a question because I don't get to study high performance athletes with narcissism work. You don't get to do it. I mean, you get data from presidents and stuff that you can get from historians, but you just don't really have the data. And I wonder, like obviously from Muhammad Ali and stuff and that sort of braggadocio before fights, that if in those combat sports, ego is super important to develop. I mean, theoretically, it makes sense. One-on-one competition. It's not about a team. You just have to win.
Up to a point, I would say. Well, what I was saying before was that the people that get destroyed, who have these enormous egos, when they get exposed, it takes incredible character to build yourself back up. Yeah. And some never do. Some get psychologically defeated, and they're never the same again.
That's true, actually.
The pain of loss.
The bigger your ego, the bigger sort of the risks from if you fail. Like, you could probably just, I say probably, there's probably cases of, or there is cases of athletes who are on top and then something happens. Maybe they lose something, a game that they should have won, or like they just do a certain thing and it just ruins their career. And it's just like, it could work like really well for you, or it could work really badly and really work against you.
Loss and the pain of being exposed as being inferior to your opponent is just too much. But I wonder, like, that's such a rare example of when it would be beneficial to be narcissistic or beneficial to have an ego, tremendous ego.
I mean, but if you look across the literature, the place it seems to work is individual competitiveness. Because if you're in a team, so imagine, you see this in teams all the time. So the old story is the quarterback goes in front of the cameras and goes, yeah, I won it for the team. And the next time the front line just lets the defense through and the quarterback's dead. So he goes, next time he wins, he goes, yeah, I just want to thank my team and God. And then the team supports him, because in a team sport, you can't be really successful without a team. Maybe basketball a little bit, but like football and stuff. So it keeps that ego in check. But with boxing or fight, it's just you.
It is, but it also is a team as well, because you need a coach. You need someone to train you correctly. And in Tyson's case, when his coach died, when Customato died, and then his relationship with his coaches afterwards deteriorated to the point where he really was just having like bucket carriers in the ring with him. His career faded.
So you need a back office kind of.
You need someone you
team.
Respect too. You need someone who's like, hey man, you keep dropping your fucking left hand. Stop doing that. You're like, okay.
No,
okay,
yes, man.
Thank you. Like you need someone who sees your failures and your mistakes and checks you on them, and you need to respect that person.
So does Michael Jordan have that person?
I think Michael Jordan was so hard on himself and so obsessed with winning. I mean, I think this is why I wanted to bring him up, because I think there's psychological issues that these extreme winners have that you don't get to where they are without them. It's like where the illness becomes beneficial, right?
Yeah.
If you're not sadistic, you don't make a good serial killer.
Right, or a good internet troll. Yeah,
good way to put
it. If you're not, narcissistic or an egomaniac, I wonder if you ever become a guy like Michael Jordan, who's just.
I feel like you can to a certain degree, like maybe not to his level, but like I remember doing the Making the Case reaction on Tim Duncan, and he didn't seem, from what I saw, and maybe I just don't know enough about him, but he didn't seem to have that sort of ego-driven personality. But a lot of the times you do need some kind of ego, just some kind of crazy ego, or not even that, just some kind of ego. And I'm guessing even in Tim Duncan's case, there was probably scenarios where he did have that work for him as well. But I guess there is probably cases for both sides that he's trying to make here.
So dominant.
Well, he's an example of somebody who's very egotistical. I mean, I don't know him, but that's what people say. He's very competitive, and it's obviously worked for him. And you see it with all. So the other option might be that, well, if you're kind of a dick and you're really, really good, people will let you get away with it.
Episodes of the Joe Rogan
I don't know. Maybe people will enjoy this reaction. Maybe people won't. But if you do, or if you want other kinds of just these random reactions, suggest in the comments, because again, with the main channel I'm sort of sticking to certain things and like not sort of trying to reach out too much, but with the second channel I'm looking to just do anything, like literally anything. So yeah, like I said, if you're at this point in the video, suggest down below what other things you'd like to see. My MJ on the Joe Rogan podcast would be ridiculous. That would be crazy. That would break the internet. I swear to God. Michael Jordan, I don't have an ego, I have a Michael Jordan. It looks like Joe Rogan's renting a studio built by Lucifer. People hate the studio, don't they? They absolutely hate it. Everyone knew MJ had an ego. What amazed me about MJ that I learned in the last dance was how petty he was. He created petty situations in his head to motivate himself to do great things. It's true, man. It's true. Michael Jordan and Phil Jackson to balance them out. What the hell did Joe rent an office in the Death Star? People hate The Office. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Again, a bit different. I said this like 5 times already. If you don't enjoy this, I won't do this again. But just these videos, these random things, I'm looking to just spread out the sort of the content reactions that I do. And yeah, hopefully you guys will stick around and see these new reactions and just suggest what things you'd like to see. Again, I'm going to still do the sport reactions and like these kinds of things and like the weather, the history, but just other things, especially on the second channel. I mean, we'll see what happens, man. But hopefully you guys enjoy this reaction. What are your thoughts on this as well? Like, I know he has a lot of controversial opinions, and this, to be fair, you look at the like to dislike ratio, it doesn't actually seem to be taken that controversially, and rightly so, because everyone knows this, right? Like, MJ's ego. But, yeah, man, like, other things you'd like to see, suggest in the comments, and until next time, like, subscribe, peace.